Okay, greetings, beautiful ones. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Greetings, dear ones. How are you doing this new day? I am Sonia from Empowered Sovereign. I am the founder of Empowered Sovereign. And today, we are the power. As a matter of fact, we have always been the power. So today, my soul has led me to discuss that because a lot of us, and this includes myself throughout my entire journey, because I am an empath and I believe that everyone is an empath, by the way, dear ones. And because I am an empath, and so are you, a lot of us do not connect with that knowing of being an empath. It's because we are all sentient beings, dear ones, every single one of us. Yet, with the conditionings of our minds, we believe otherwise. We believe things that is not true about us. And that is what causes us to struggle in life. That is what causes us to doubt ourselves, to not know who we are. Essentially, that's what it is. So we are the power. You are the power. Now, when I say the power, dear ones, is not thinking that you gotta scream and you gotta defend yourself from other people. It's not being like physically strong, that you gotta be able to lift certain amount of weight and you gotta carry yourself with this type of strength, this external strength. That is what a lot of the collective believes, that you have to scream, you have to have the physical stamina, the physical ability to be strong. Yet, here today, as I always, I go deeper because we are deeper. We are multifaceted energies, and everything about us, dear ones, shows us our power. Power that I am speaking of, dear one, is inner power. The inner power that we are. That inner power that doesn't have to scream. That doesn't have to holler. That doesn't have to defend. No. That is the true power. The power within. And this is what Empowered Sovereign is all about, is knowing who we are so we can always stand in our power, which is our inner power. It is our true essence that is vast, that is infinite, and that doesn't have to defend itself for anything. No. That's an illusion. That's another thing that humanity, and this includes myself, especially when I was younger, boy, was I loud. I had this attitude that I had to defend myself. And no, we don't have to defend ourselves. We really don't. Now, if you want to defend yourself, of course, go right ahead. But we really do not have to defend ourselves. And think about it. What are we really defending ourselves about? Is it the choices we made in our lives? Is it defending ourselves in our relationships, at our job? What are we defending ourselves about? So think about that. We should not have to defend ourselves. We are learning today to be. B-E, be, meaning you are being who you truly are, which does not involve yourself with defending. Now, a lot of people may disagree with me there. They may feel like, yeah, I do have to defend myself because I live in a world where everywhere I look and everywhere I turn, there's somebody trying to take something from me. There's somebody trying to tell me what to do or tell me how to act and just tell me. And again, that's the illusion. That is what a lot of us have been conditioned to believe. Now, as empaths, we feel the energy of others. We feel the energy of the planet. We feel the energy of the cosmos. We feel the energy of other planets. So do you catch my drift? We feel the energy of all of these things, as I just stated. It can be kind of confusing for people because you don't know your own energy. You're picking up on the earth's energy. You're picking up on everybody's energy at your job. You're picking up on all energy. That's why a lot of people who work in the corporate world and they're around a lot of people, when most of them take their vacation, where do you think they want to go? They want to go out in nature. They want to go out somewhere where there's less people so they can decompress and get back to their own energy. Yeah, that's what they do because they're around people all day long, every single day. And it's like you don't get a break. You can't breathe because you're always in the presence of many others and many others' energy. Okay? And as I have shared throughout all of my videos, we are energetic beings, okay? We are the essence of energy. So when you can understand really who you are, you will be able to stand in your power. Because your power, dear ones, as I like to say, I like to bring this analogy and this example, which is the movie Star Wars. That main phrase in Star Wars for me, it describes us. It describes everything about us. And this statement is so powerful. Now, for those who haven't watched Star Wars, and I mean the original one, I know now they have many others. I just started watching like maybe a week ago one of the series of what is his name? Not the Jedi. Oh my goodness, it's escaping me. Not Yoda. Oh my goodness, it is escaping me. He taught Luke Skywalker. He taught, Obi-Wan Kenobi, that's it. Okay, so yeah, I just started watching a series, I believe it's a series on Obi-Wan Kenobi, and let me tell you, that right there itself was fascinating. I got to continue watching it. But anyway, the phrase in Star Wars, dear ones, is may the Force be with you, okay? So let that resonate. Think about what that phrase says. May the Force be with you. So who is that force. You are that force. That force is your power. And that means you walk around, or when you walk around, we are always supposed to be walking in our own power, knowing who we are at all times and not allowing your family, the world, your job, your best friend. You catch what I'm saying? We cannot allow other people to influence us, to make us forget who we are. Okay? So, as I stated in this video, we are the power. You are the power. And when you stand in your power, guess what happens? Nothing, nobody can touch you, can bother you, because you are that force. You are that power in which I'm speaking of. So how do we know that we're this power? Well, I'm going to share a couple of tips with you. We have to be 100% present in the moment. That is our power. And because we are energetic essences, meaning you see me in this body, but guess what? I exist in the background of this video. You see the sky, you see those trees? I am all of that as well, and so are you. So if I am this body and I am that beautiful blue sky that you see and those trees behind me, what does that say about us, huh? What does that say? We, as I have always said, encompass the whole. So we reside in this beautiful body, our beautiful bodies that we have. That's why we have a body, so we can experience this life journey. But if we don't know who we are, then guess what? You can get lost in the shuffle of life. Being around people, which is a great thing to be around people, but I'm just emphasizing that you are the power, and you have always been the power. And let me tell you, this power, dear ones, is so powerful that you can right now start to heal yourself. And I say heal a lot because it is healing. You are literally healing parts of yourself because you are beginning to acknowledge who you are, which is an infinite energetic essence of intelligence. Yes, you are the greatest computer. Okay? Forget those computers. We pay our bills. We watch all these social media. We do all these things on a computer. But we ourselves are the greatest computer. Who do you think made the computer? We did. We did. Humanity. So this is what I mean. These simple little things I'm sharing with you, which I know a lot of us know, but at times we forget. We most certainly forget who we are, and then we go down different pathways. And I know I can say this. Then when I would go down these pathways, I would shake my head like, what am I doing? Where am I at? So the same with you. If we can be present in our essence every day, making decisions that are for our highest good, and if we can do this every day, this is staying in your power. But we have to know who we are. We have to know who We are. We have to know that we are the power. So I'm just sharing that everything that may be happening in the world, like I say frequently, do not attach yourself to the things that are happening in the world. Stay grounded, stay present in your own energy. Now, as I said, you are an empath, or you may not believe that you are an empath, but just pay attention. When you enter a room, how do you feel? How do you feel before you enter that room? And then when you enter the room, how do you feel? Do you feel all of a sudden some heaviness or anxiousness? Or just pay attention to how you feel, because I'm letting you know, whatever you're feeling, that's your empathic, that you're picking up on these energies, because that is what we do naturally. It's an innate ability that we all have. And let me share this with you, dear ones. I didn't know I was an empath until like maybe 12 or 13 years ago. I mean, I'm not for sure if it's 12 or 13, but it's been a while, but it hasn't been my entire life. So when I found out that, stuff started to make sense for me. I was like, wow, now I understand why this, I understand more, and the same for you. So you are the power. We are the power. When we know who we are, we can begin to start healing ourselves. So whatever kind of addictions you have, guess what? You can heal that. Whatever type of belief system that you may have going on in your mind about yourself, my question is, do you see yourself in the world? Do you? And if you don't see yourself, why don't you see yourself? These are all questions to catapult you into your own healing. So just remember, dear ones, you are the power. You are the authority. And if anybody feels the need or would like to have a insight call, it's a complimentary insight call. I will place a link. And if you want to dive deeper, learning more about your energetic self, because let me tell you, dear ones, we are so fascinating. And when you begin to learn more about who you truly are, energetically, not just physically, because that's just one part of us. When you learn holistically about who you are, and this is what I do, we can have a session, we can have a breakthrough session. And, of course, I have other types of sessions that we can have. And these sessions are to help break those conditional beliefs, break those conditional habits and routines that we all have. And you're looking at numero uno. I have healed so much about myself, and I continuously heal, because as long as we are breathing, existing, we will always heal. We will always heal things about ourselves. So I'm just here to reassure you, as I said, that you are the power and you can heal anything when you know who you are, because what essentially it is that you are changing the narrative of your life story. Yes, because everyone has a story. That is what we do at Empowered Sovereign. We help you to see yourself, change the narrative, so you can create the life that you desire from your heart, manifesting from the heart, living consciously, living intentionally with all of your actions. So if you feel the need, if your heart is calling to go deeper and learn, then as I said, you can contact me, because this is what I do. This is what I do. This is my purpose, to help people. Because when I help you, dear ones, you're helping me as well. It's a give and take. I help you, you help me. It goes back and forth. And a lot of stuff that I'm speaking about is really an intimate realignment, remembrance of yourself. A lot of the collective does not like to talk about these subjects. But these are the subjects that we really, on a soul level, is crying out to talk about. Yes, on a soul level. I talk to the soul. Yes. If your soul, if your heart wants to go deeper so you can learn and you can make major changes in your life that will help you across the board so you can stand in your power. Because what did I say? You are the power. Yes. I can't emphasize that enough. You are the power. All right, dear ones, I'm going to end it here, because I'm telling you, when I start talking about us, I can talk about this all day long. I can go into so many different stories about us. So enjoy this new day. Remember that you are the power. You are the force in life. But the only way we can make these changes is by having the courage to start searching within, because the true power is within. It's not the external stuff. No, it is within us. It is our true essence that can create magical worlds and create rich relationships. That is the true power. So take care, dear ones. Take care.